When you think of American presidents, you probably imagine speeches, wars, and historic decisions. But before leading a nation, every president had to do one simple thing: eat breakfast. Some preferred simple eggs and coffee. Others ate massive feasts that could feed an entire family. And one president's breakfast was so unusual that doctors warned him about it for years. Today, we are looking at what US presidents really ate for breakfast. America's first president, George Washington, had surprisingly simple tastes. Unlike many wealthy men of his era, Washington wasn't interested in extravagant breakfasts every morning. One of his favorite breakfast meals included hoecakes. Hoecakes were thin cornmeal pancakes commonly eaten throughout early America. They were inexpensive, filling, and easy to prepare. Washington often enjoyed them with butter and honey. Alongside the hoecakes, he frequently drank tea rather than coffee. This choice reflected both personal preference and the influence of British traditions that still lingered after independence. For Washington, breakfast wasn't about luxury. It was about starting the day with something familiar, practical, and satisfying. The man who helped create a nation often began his mornings with food that ordinary Americans could recognize. Thomas Jefferson, the brilliant mind behind the Declaration of Independence, treated breakfast like a daily celebration at Monticello. Around 8 a.m., the table was loaded with fresh-baked breads and muffins straight from the oven, hot wheat and cornbread, cold meats like ham, butter, and of course, tea or coffee. Guests often remarked that his breakfast table was as grand as dinner. Jefferson brought French influences to America, but his mornings stayed elegant and fresh, a perfect start for a visionary who loved good food and good ideas. Abraham Lincoln, the great emancipator, was famously frugal and often so busy he nearly forgot to eat. When he did sit down, breakfast was simple, usually just one egg, a piece of toast, and a hot cup of coffee, sometimes a biscuit or milk. Raised on the frontier, Lincoln saw food as fuel for the long days of leading a nation through civil war. No extravagance, just honest, straightforward sustenance. Theodore Teddy Roosevelt was larger than life, and so was his appetite. He started his day with hard-boiled eggs and fat rascals, flaky biscuits filled with dried currants, plus gallons of heavily sugared coffee, sometimes peaches and cream or hominy porridge. This protein-packed meal fueled the Rough Riders' endless energy for politics, hunting, and adventure. Franklin D. Roosevelt faced the Great Depression and World War II, but his breakfast brought simple joy. Jelly-filled donuts and a strong dark French roast coffee he often brewed himself. He also enjoyed scrambled eggs or grilled cheese. In tough times, FDR found comfort in these classic American treats. John F. Kennedy brought style and health consciousness to the White House. His daily breakfast was elegant yet disciplined: poached or soft-boiled eggs, oven-broiled crisp bacon, never fried, toast with butter and orange marmalade, fresh squeezed orange juice, and coffee with hot milk. Jackie ensured nothing was overly indulgent. Pure Camelot perfection. Ronald Reagan and Nancy shared a disciplined morning ritual at 7:45 a.m. Fresh fruit, bran cereal with skim milk, and decaf coffee. Once a week, they added a single egg, scrambled, poached, or soft-boiled, plus whole wheat toast or a muffin. Simple, healthy, and consistent, just like the optimism he brought to morning in America. Bill Clinton was known for his big appetite. During the campaign, he loved grabbing Egg McMuffins from McDonald's. Later, after health changes, he switched to a nutritious berry smoothie with vegan protein powder and almond milk. From fast food to wellness, Clinton's breakfast evolved with his life. Barack Obama kept it hearty and healthy: 4 to 6 eggs, potatoes, and wheat toast. Occasionally fruit, bacon, or oatmeal. A solid, balanced start that matched his focused and energetic leadership style. Donald Trump often skips breakfast entirely, saving his appetite for dinner. When he does eat, it's classic: bacon and eggs, bacon medium, eggs over well, or American cereals like Raisin Bran paired with Diet Coke. Straightforward and no nonsense. From the humble cornmeal hoe cakes of George Washington, eaten at dawn on his Virginia plantation, to the protein-packed hard-boiled eggs and fat rascals that fueled Theodore Roosevelt's boundless energy, from Abraham Lincoln's incredibly simple single egg and toast during the darkest days of the Civil War, to John F. Kennedy's elegant and disciplined poached eggs with marmalade in the glamorous Camelot era, and finally to Donald Trump's straightforward bacon and eggs, or American cereal in our modern fast-paced world. We've traveled through more than 2 centuries of American history this morning. Each president's breakfast wasn't just food on a plate. It was a quiet window into their soul, their background, and the incredible pressures they faced every single day. Think about it. George Washington, the Revolutionary General, kept his mornings disciplined and practical, just like the new nation he helped create. Thomas Jefferson turned breakfast into an elegant gathering of ideas and fine ingredients, reflecting his brilliant and worldly mind. Lincoln barely ate at all, showing us the heavy burden of leadership during America's greatest crisis. Theodore Roosevelt attacked the day with the same vigor he showed in battle and politics. Franklin Roosevelt found small comforts like jelly donuts while steering the country through depression and World War. Kennedy brought youthful sophistication. Reagan brought wholesome routine and optimism. Clinton showed how habits can evolve with time and health awareness. Obama kept it balanced and strong. And Trump keeps it simple and direct. These meals remind us that no matter how powerful a leader becomes, they still start their day, like the rest of us, sitting down, eating something, and preparing mentally for the challenges ahead. Some breakfasts were luxurious, others incredibly modest. Some were full of tradition, others adapted to the times. But all of them helped shape the men who shaped America. It's fascinating, isn't it? These small private moments give us a more human picture of the giants we read about in history books. Maybe the next time you sit down for your own breakfast, you'll think about which president's routine fits your style best. Would you go simple like Lincoln, hearty like Teddy, or elegant like Jefferson? If this video made you hungry for more hidden stories from America's past, whether it's forgotten poor man's meals, survival stories from the frontier, or more presidential secrets, you know what to do. Drop your favorite president's breakfast in the comments below. I read every single comment. Which one surprised you the most? And which one are you actually going to try at home? If you enjoyed this 8-minute journey through presidential history and food, smash that like button, subscribe to True America Files, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next video. We've got plenty more, coming from shocking 19th century survival meals to untold White House stories. Thank you so much for watching, where history tastes real. God bless America, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you in the very next one.